What is happening, YouTube? What is happening, people? It is Dante back with another video, and in this video, I'm going to be taking you through my back workout. So in my last video, I did a chest workout with all my stretching and eccentric movement for muscle growth. So this one's going to be a lot of the same, but for the back. So yep, let's get right into it. Alright guys, so this is installment number 2 of the stretching series that I'm doing. To start off, we have some Romanian deadlifts, sumo style. And as you can see, I'm just warming up, keeping it nice and slow on the way down, and then a little bit more explosive on the way up. So for the Romanian deadlift, it prioritizes the eccentric part and the stretching portion of the deadlift itself. When you're performing a regular deadlift, it is a lot about the concentric and about the grind to the top. But for the Romanian, it is more important to keep the weight a little bit lighter. So one, you can get a nice stretch and just keep control of it, because so you want to use a weight that you can control, because if you're trying to do deadlifts without touching the ground, you definitely don't want to go too heavy, or else you're going to injure your back. This movement, I say, is more catered towards building a connection between your upper and lower. So it's getting a nice stretch right here on my hamstrings and also my glutes through my lower back. So this is what we are working on today. We are working on just getting a more fluid movement, fluid motion in order to get a more connected physique. Moving on to the pull downs, and you could use either the lat pull downs that are right next to me, or you can use this little apparatus that I'm using right here. I do both. I go on and off between the lat pull downs and then using this one, and the main difference really is the portion of the back that it hits. This one hits more of the middle back, and the longer bar hits more of your upper back for your width, and this one is more for your back thickness. And as you saw before, I do stretching with a heavier weight before I start the actual reps themselves with a lighter weight. So I do this so I can get like a nice stretch through my back, through my lats, and then lighten the weight, and then do my volume and pump some blood into the muscle that has already been stretched out. And that is basically the concept of all the workouts I'm going to be going through. For this machine, I do it one arm, and as you can see, I put my right leg up and then I stretch out the right side of my back through my right arm by letting it hang. And I do this just to keep more tension within my hamstrings through my lower back, and it allows me to get a better stretch through my lats. So everything I do is through intuitive experience. So if you feel like your body works better a different way, such as using both legs and then stretching out one arm, or stretching out both arms, if that feels uncomfortable, just do it in a way that feels comfortable, in which you can get a good stretch. Now, as you can see, when I do my reps, I don't even have my legs up on the pads here, and I just do this because I feel like I could pull more through my back. But I also do it this way too. The main difference really is that for this one that you're seeing currently, you'll feel it more in your hamstrings pulling. And there's not really a this is better, this is worse. It's kind of just this works different muscles slightly more than the other ones, and they're just as good as one another. So again, I'm going to stress this all the time. It is about the slow eccentric movement. Let your back hang a little bit and then explode backwards into the concentric. A lot of your training should be based upon science. It should be based upon research and YouTube, but it should also be based upon how your body feels. People have different leverages. People are taller, people are shorter, people are chunkier, people are skinnier. You know, like, so everybody's bodies work differently. So there are a lot of exercises that will cater to your body more than others. And that's just a fact, because there are people who are better sumo pullers. There are people who are better conventional pullers. But I'm 100% not saying give up on the things that you're not good at, because actually those points are the things that you should work on the most. But what I'm trying to say is that you should recognize that your body works in a certain way, discover the weaknesses, and then focus on those points so you can get more proportional, and also so you can get stronger and more functional. So here we have a reverse grip pull down. And for this one, you have to like be conscious of making your back more arched, just so you can get a better stretch. And as you can see, I have my opposite hand on the handle, and I do this just so I can stretch my back out to the maximum length that it could possibly go. Now for these dumbbell rows, I try to let my arm hang, get to the bottom. And the good thing about this exercise is that you can do it at a variety of angles. The main key for back training is that you want to be hitting it from both an upward angle and a downward angle. So from the deadlift, it was more of a lower angle, and let's say the lat pull down is more of an upper angle. So pulling downwards and then pulling upwards, and then get a nice mixture of all these, and you will, 1, become more proportional, and then 2, discover where and which parts of your back are weaker. So here we have a cable pullover, and I like to do this movement with my legs a little bit far apart, and I do this just so my hamstrings can get a stretch first, and then I can pull through my back more. Now this workout, I don't really do some stretching before the actual sets. I more so use it as a way to get a nice pump towards the end of my workout, because I did a lot of stretching before, and then I just like to pump some blood in at the end so I can stimulate more growth. Now the purpose of me making this video is just so you could be like, oh, I'm thinking of a way that I can stretch out my back right now with this exercise that he's doing. And that's exactly what I want. I want you guys to get creative with it. I want you guys to figure out your own ways to stretch, figure out your own ways to make your body feel more functional, make your body feel more connected. Now for this one, it's kind of what I was saying before with the angles. So I think it's best to superset workouts that come from an upward angle with workouts that come from a downward angle. And also make sure to mix it up and keep your body guessing. So you don't want to be going into the gym doing the same workouts every time. Every time I go into the gym, I'm discovering new things. Just go into the gym open to learning and open to being conscious about how your body works. Okay, so now we're moving on to this exercise, which I do for my rear delts and upper back to isolate them. The rear delts get disregarded a lot when people train, and it is really important to remember to isolate those rear delts, because that is what connects your lats and your upper back to your arms. I know the front delts and the side delts look nice and good, but the rear delts are actually what will keep you functional and what will keep you strong and what will keep you more connected when it comes to all of your pulling movements. So this is what I do. I just hold my other arm on my leg for stability and then keep my back arched so I can get more of a stretch. So that's all I have for you guys in this video. Hope you learned something. Hope you figured some things out. And I'll see you in the next one. Subscribe, like, comment. Peace.